Sunday. I thought I would just pop on here live because we didn't get to do our chat and nobody voted versus with whether they wanted to meet for a workout this morning or would that be fun, or Sunday morning like chat about a specific topic. So I just decided I was going to pick a topic, and I had to wait till later because my son did not take a nap today, and then we tried to go to the park, and then he had a meltdown, and then it was because he was tired, and so now he's asleep. So I just use the pockets of time that I have because I'm busy. So I think we'll probably just put him to bed early today. We'll see. I'm just going to invite a few people onto this. Whoever is free wants to jump on and share in this little discussion that we're having. But I wanted to share because we had a great message at church. It was all about deepening friendships, and there were some really good points to deepening friendships and connecting with each other. We're really big on life groups at my church, like finding like mom groups or marriage groups, or what was I gonna say? Marriage groups, or grief share groups, or divorce support groups, or whatever group that you're going through. We're really big on that at my church. Life groups are amazing because it helps you to connect with people that are in similar life stages as you. So we were that's why the message came about, because we're getting ready to start our life groups again. But it was really good. The message was really good. It was all about, okay, so I put some of the points down in the comments, but number one, it talked about still having something that you believe in helps you to have deeper relationships, because okay, so for me, I've always had a strong faith. I don't even know, my parents didn't really take us to church, and I had to kind of look in the phone book trying to figure out about my faith. I looked in the phone book, Catholic churches, and found a bus schedule. We were Catholic. I didn't know anything about it. So I just started going to the Catholic church and watching what they were doing at church. I was 11, and copying what they were doing. I didn't know what to do, but I just copied what they were doing. I didn't know the Our Father, the Lord's Prayer, so I would say that one because my mom taught me that one. And then I would just copy what they were doing. I copied putting my hand in the water and the whole thing, and got on the bus and went home. And then I had a friend in high school that introduced me to her Christian church, and that was better because I learned a lot more about Jesus from that experience. But anyways, for me, I actually, but luckily that happened when I was in high school, so I did a lot of work on my own to figure out what I believed in. But the thing that was hard was that I didn't have that strong foundation. So when it came to now going out into the world and being in college and making friends, and it was just really confusing because I grew up in a time where, maybe it still is like this, I don't know, but I just ended up feeling very judged for having a faith. And if I wanted to be friends with people, they didn't want me to talk about my faith, or they didn't want me to have any belief system to adhere to, so that they could just take it. They didn't want me to be moral or have wait till I got married, or I don't know. Anyways, but it led me down some not so great paths when I was younger, by not just learning how to stand up for what I believed in. So I don't know. I think that's a good point. I think it's really important to know what you believe in and be able to be confident in what you believe in and stand up for it, versus there's my pastor brought up this really good saying, not saying but song, if you don't stand for something, he's going to hold me up. If you fall for anything, it's so true. If you don't have like something that you believe in, or even like this opportunity, or even the programs that we offer, or the nutrition plans that we offer, if you don't believe, then you're not likely to like stick to the full program, complete it from start to finish, and get good results. But if you actually like go all in, follow the nutrition plan, follow the meal plans, follow the workouts, like really follow what the trainers are telling us to do, then you'll see the results. Because you can't, how do you like know it's not going to work if you don't follow it 100%, right? Or if you don't adhere to it as best as possible. You don't know it's not going to work for you if you don't actually try. So I feel like that's a good point. So believing in something. And then the second point that he talked about was being authentic, obviously, and sharing your truth. And also, like, I don't know if this is the same, but sort of it is. Like, in society, we're kind of conditioned to, how are you today? Fine. I'm fine. But, like, it's not really acceptable to say, let's just say, like, for example, most people don't really want you to say, oh, I'm having a crappy day, or I'm amazing. Like, it really is more about saying I'm fine versus, like, showing any extreme emotions. Maybe happy emotion is probably more acceptable. But really, like, you don't connect with someone if you're just, like, saying, how are you today? I'm fine. You're not connecting, it's just like a superficial relationship, versus taking the time to ask someone how their day is, or to listen. Like, I guess listening is a really big one, obviously, and asking questions, and really, like, trying to get to, really get to know someone, and really taking an interest in what they have to say. So that was a point. I think that would be helpful in our groups too, obviously, gosh, I'm tired. I think that would be helpful in our groups too, versus like just going into the group and saying workout done. But instead, like, sharing a little bit about your experience, sharing a little bit about what you struggled with, how you overcame it, and then what was how you feel now. Kind of like, I felt tired, I didn't want to work out, I worked out, I finished it, and now I feel great. I mean, more depth than that, obviously, but I think that's a good point, right? And it helps for people, when you share more in depth, when you share more about yourself, people get to know you, and then they like decide if they like you or not, or hopefully, like, we can connect more and be friends, right? So that's another point. Asking questions, I like the saying, be interested instead of interesting. That's a hard one to remember, because you're always like wanting to be interesting. You want people to like you and think that you're great, and want to be friends with you, and like try to impress people, and like look a certain way and fit in. I don't even think fitting in is a good thing anymore, even though like it's so ingrained in our head that we like want to fit in with everybody. But I do like trying to teach myself to remember to be interested, not interesting. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I hope that was helpful. If you liked this, if you resonated with something on this that I talked about, let me know in the comments. I will post this to YouTube, and then I'll post it into the other group as well. And let's have a conversation. Okay, hope you're having a good Sunday. Love you.